Hi, it's me again, Kufu Olaoshibiko, and I'm glad to be in your space again today to tell you something also about how to scale your businesses. Yeah, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and also to give a thumbs up for this video after watching it, especially if you find it valuable, which I'm sure you will. You will find it very, very valuable. All right. So, what I want to talk about right now is structuring your business. Structuring your business, the importance, that is why you should, what is even structure to start with? You may want to ask exactly what is structure and why and how is it that important? Now, I'll be narrowing it down to the cleaning industry again because you already know my why. The cleaning industry is always like we are just cleaners. I play in that industry and I'm not just a cleaner. I'm a professional, and I make bold to say that cleaning profession is actually the best of all professions, the most important actually. Well, we'll talk about that some other time, but today is all about structuring your business, your cleaning business. Now, what is the structure? When talking in terms of business development, a business or an organizational structure is the group of rules, roles, relationships, and responsibilities that show how your company's activities are organized, to meet up with your goals and objectives. The rules, the roles, rules, RULES, roles, ROLES, relationships, and responsibilities that show how your company's activities are organized to meet up with your goals and objectives. Definitely, when you set up your businesses, when you play in an organization, you must have goals and objectives. Okay, so your structure can either be centralized or decentralized in terms of your power control. Okay, so when we're talking about decentralized, just like your centralized economy and the decentralized economy, when you are looking at how your power control drips down, if it is centralized, then it's coming from only one place. But if it is decentralized, just as we have in the crypto world, okay, then it's a lot better, I would say. Okay, the structure also would, when we go on now, you will see how so important the structuring your businesses really is. But let me put it forward that the kind of structure you put up varies with the size and your goals. That is, the size of the organization and, of course, the goals of your business. All right. Now, putting a structure to your business is very, very important. Like I will just continue to stress it because it is essentially what you put in as structure that will determine what happens to your business now and in future. Okay, when you look at the registration of your businesses, the organizations you can have while registering your businesses are also various, and this also depends on exactly what kind of business you want to run and how you want to run it, and like Do you want partners, or do you want to do a solo game? Right, so when registering, which is part of structuring your business, you need to sit down and think about the kind of business registration that will be suitable for the kind of company you want to run. So you can have sole proprietorship, you can have partnership, corporations, and limited liability company. And in the organization, your structure or reporting line also will be the functional. It will be the function rather of what you have registered. You know, your reporting line definitely will be, like for instance, if you have registered a solo proprietorship, your business is you and you are your business. So that means that you are just registering a business name. And so when anything goes wrong in the business, it is actually you that you have done it, because you are the business and the business is also you. So you need to consider, and I believe this should be done with all stakeholders, especially your staff, if you are not a startup. Okay, you need to sit down with your stakeholders, with every stakeholder to the company, to find out exactly what kind of business you want to register. For instance, if you will be needing funds for the business, then you will not be doing well by registering a sole proprietorship. You may still get funds, but it will be more difficult than if you are a corporation or even a limited liability company. Okay? So sometimes the kind of business we register can also be kind of make things difficult, because for instance, if you register a corporation, you may be going through double taxation. It may be a bit difficult to put together, but then at the end of the day, when you look at the advantages as against the disadvantages, then you will know that, especially when you need continuity of your business, and also you need to fund these businesses. So the kind of registration we have, the kind of business registration we have, goes a long way also in structuring the businesses. The structure you choose, let me emphasize this, will affect your business taxation and your personal liability as the business owner. Okay? Like I'd already talked about this. For instance, if you register a sole proprietorship, you are the business is you. So when the business is liable, you are liable. So for your business, however, to operate effectively, you need to put many and various tasks. You have to share them into functional departments. Okay? No matter how small your business is, you need to be able to have all these departments, like for instance, the human resources, the finance, the sales and marketing, accounting. You need to have all of this, no matter how small your business is. So even if you are a solo proprietor, even if you are the only one in the business, you will still need to have these departments. Either you outsource them, or you decide to be the one and only, and then you still share it in your head. Okay, that's right. Today I'm doing the HR job, so I'm the HR director or the HR manager. I'm doing the finance job, so I'm the finance director or the finance manager. if you understand what I'm saying. But the task, when you are structuring your business, the various tasks you need to do in business will need to go into these departments. You don't just do everything haphazardly. There must be a structure, a process into how you do all of these things. So how do you audit your accounts? What are you supposed to do when you are auditing an account? How do you know how much tax you're supposed to pay? Like things like that. What are you going to do when you want to market? What are your marketing plans? What are your sales objectives? All of these, they are different departments, okay? And you can be the only one operating in these various departments. You just need to switch. If you want to be the HR manager, you switch to that. When you get to the front office, you switch to being the customer service personnel and stuff like that. And it can be that easy. Now, when structuring your business, you need to determine your level of involvement as well. Do you want to have a total control over the business? Or would you be needing partners? Would you be employing people to partner with you? Do you want to be involved in the day-to-day operations of this business? Okay? Are you starting alone, or you are going to have partners? Are you bringing in some partners? Make sure you consider funding needs as well, recruitment, and in doing all of this, you also need to be very, very innovative. You need to be very innovative in performing all of these tasks while trying to structure your business. Right. Let's quickly touch on SOP, the standard operating procedure. Okay? This is very, very essential in structuring of your business, especially if you will not be working alone. If you will not be working alone, then you need an SOP, the standard operating procedure. It is very, very important if you will not be working alone in your business, because you need to tell the others how they need to do the business. An SOP, let's quickly delve into that, is a set of written step-by-step instructions compiled by a business organization to help workers, to carry out their routine duties. So, don't forget, it's a set of written. It's not a vocal thing. It's a set of written step by step compiled by business organizations on how their organizations or businesses will be run. You'll give this to your workers so that they will know what to do and how to carry out their routine operations. So you can see how important SOP is, because it's a guide, okay? It's a step-by-step guide for the routine operation, how the routine operations will be carried out. So SOP, the total aim of having an SOP really is so that we can achieve effective quality output across the businesses, so that you have uniformity, your performance across the businesses. If you have branches anywhere, once you have the SOP, because remember, it is already written and it is a step-by-step guide. So as they are being guided in England, so they are being guided in Nigeria. So wherever you have your branch, wherever you've already sent your SOP to, that is exactly what, in fact, part of your SOP is also the fact that if anybody goes against the way it has been put, that the business will be run, then the penalties will be there. The penalties have to be spelled out as well. Okay, that's part of what makes your SOP. So this definitely will reduce miscommunication and failure to comply with the industry standard, because it's already written down and you've already told them what will become of them if they go against what has been written down. So they will be able to comply with the industry regulations, and also you will have uniformity in how you carry out your operations. Okay, the SOP of your organization should provide a clear-cut direction. Clear-cut. Very detailed instructions. Don't assume that, oh, they should know. Oh, they will know. No, they don't know. They don't know, actually. And this is why you need to put it down into writing. It has to be a written guide. Detailed instructions needed for some specific tasks. So if this task is supposed to be done this way, that is how you will put it in your SOP. Don't assume that, oh, they will know, because honestly speaking, they don't know. And it's not as if they are doing it knowingly. They do not know. Okay? So either you are there or not, because it is written and it has been agreed upon, either the owner of the business is there or not. Once you have a good structure, the business will run smoothly. So an SOP should be seen as a detailed navigational map. It's a map because it's a step-by-step guide for the workers. So it's like a navigational map that allows the organization to run like a finely put together machine. When machines parts are scattered. That's how it will be for companies that do not have a structure. But if you have a structure, you have a great SOP that is properly put together, it could then be seen as the navigational map that allows the organization to run like a finely put together machine. Because, in our day-to-day activities, in our operations, there are many moving parts. Oh, who is going to carry the chemical from the store? Who is going to mix the chemical? Who is going to be sure that the workers are actually using the right dilution process? Everything should be spelled out in the SOP. Okay? So when this has been properly done, then everything will work smoothly. Either you as the business owner, either you are there or not. So the SOP actually gives a blueprint for our business success. That's the blueprint for our business success, because it will just help you to systemize the internal running, the internal processes in a very unified and cohesive manner. Without an SOP, I cannot guarantee that you will have a good business. Without an SOP, because there will be best practices, or the members even working together, and when the members of your team, when they are not working together, they won't be able to maintain any functional operational integrity for your business. So an SOP is very, very essential. Fundamentally, the SOP also provides a clear and very concise instructions, So it's like when you enter a place and you want to clean a room, you first put down the cobwebs. After the cobwebs, you sweep the floor. After sweeping, you dust. After dusting, you mop, or whichever regimen you want to take. That's the step. You have to offer that. So it will be very clear. It will be concise. The instructions will be very, very clear. And you have to offer it in a step-by-step way, guiding them on how your cleaning task should be carried out. Without this, you won't even get uniformity in the way you do your business. Because if you have all of this put together, so if they are cleaning in Ikoyi, or they are cleaning in Mushin, or they are cleaning in Ilesha, or they are cleaning anywhere, they will use the guide. And so there will be uniformity. The way your jobs turn out, the way your delivery will turn out will be very, very uniform. In a nutshell, a well-structured, a well-put-together business will have an SOP which will be properly put together to be sure that everything goes on accordingly in the businesses across board, And when this happens, what will really happen is that it will ensure adherence to best practices. So it's not what the MD is just saying. It has gone from suggestions from the MD, from the CEO, from the stakeholders that, maybe we can do it this way. It has actually gone from all of those to actionable steps. When your cleaning team has a detailed instructions like this, they know what to do per time. They know the most effective way of carrying their task out efficiently, just the way you want it to be handled. Okay? With this, they will definitely achieve optimal results while even minimizing costs. Because while putting down your SOP, while putting out your structure, you're also looking at the ways you will minimize costs, the way you will cut off from your overheads. And once you have put it down like that, it's not that one cleaner A will carry a whole keg of chemical and pour it to wash a small space. You've already put there. When you are doing this per square meter kind of facility, this is how much of this chemical that we will be using. Because, that's actually the safe volume to use anyway. So you will have put all of this into consideration. So in saying all of this, you can see that SOP will also ensure consistency and a whole lot of efficiency, effectiveness in your cleaning. This is because, every process will be followed with the same rules. Hence, decisions are easier to reach. And decisions are also easier to be communicated, and they will even be well communicated. There's no doubt about it that quality also is assured. If you have a great SOP, quality is assured. The workers are very efficient and effective, raising the quality bar, and they will adhere to best practices. Having an SOP also enables your onboarding process and your training process to be very, very smooth, because you already know how you will even train them. You know how you will onboard. It's already been put down. So if you have many branches, no matter where they are, be they in the US, be they in Canada, be they in anywhere, it's the same onboarding process that will be effective. It's the same training that you are giving them across board. So the onboarding processes and your training processes will be done, because they are all already embedded in your SOP. And having an SOP also ensures preservation of knowledge. Knowledge preservation. I actually love that, because what it means is that your business can be generational. It is sustainable. You can pass down what you are doing, how you are doing it, to the next generation. It doesn't mean that the organization will not evolve and that the organization will not take new or newer processes, but at least the knowledge, the initial knowledge, will still be preserved, because don't forget, SOP is supposed to be documented in writing. Okay? And obviously, when you have an SOP in a business, it reduces misunderstanding. It's not that, the CEO is misunderstood by the managers are misunderstood by the operatives. No. Because everything is detailed. It's a detailed set of instructions that you have put together as your SOP. And there's no way you have an SOP that you do not comply with the regulatory bodies. Because how would you do it that you won't pay tax if you have a well-structured business? Remember also that it is your business that is paying the tax, it's not you. So, having an SOP in a well-structured manner would enable regulatory compliance. So you won't be looking above your shoulders trying to see if, when you are evading tax, you know what it is. Okay? And also, there will be improved safety, because your safe practices and procedures are also detailed in your SOP. So definitely, you will have your safety rules. You will know how you do whatever you are doing. You will mitigate against, SOP help you to mitigate the risk of accidents and injuries at work. A whole lot of occupational hazards would be excused permanently from your business. Because, like for instance, when we are talking about hazardous chemicals, on their own, when used the way they should be used, they are not hazardous. But if you use them haphazardly, then they become hazardous. So, what SOP does in this measure is the fact that you already know that these things are hazardous and they are so labeled. That's also part of your SOP. And they are so kept. You know exactly how to keep them. You know exactly where to keep them. You know how to mix them. And you know what to use them for. They are all supposed to be in your SOP. So you don't have anything to fear using whatever has even been labeled as hazardous when you have a great SOP that is properly put together in a structured business. You won't have anything at all, so you won't have any care like that when you already have all of this fixed together. in your SOP.